90% of the people who say that it is important to set goals, 90% of the people who know that it is important to set goals, end up actually not setting goals. I would say 100% of the people know that it is important to set goals, they should be setting up goals, but 95% or 99% of the people end up not doing that. They know that it is important, they say to everybody that it is important, but they end up not doing it. This is the irony, this is the worst part about goals. Let us talk about goal setting today. What are these goals and how important is it about setting goals? What is the importance? Why is it important to set goals? Why do we really need to set goals? A lot of us have heard a lot of people saying the importance of setting goals. 90% of the people who say that it is important to set goals, 90% of the people who know that it is important to set goals, end up actually not setting goals. I would say 100% of the people know that it is important to set goals, they should be setting up goals, but 95% or 99% of the people end up not doing that. They know that it is important, they say to everybody that it is important, but they end up not doing it. This is the irony, this is the worst part about goals. Let's say I say that it is raining outside and the weather is extremely harsh outside. Would you go out? You won't. But let's say now there's another situation where you had to buy a medicine for somebody ill at your house. You have to buy a medicine. Now whether it's raining or it's stormy or the weather is harsh or it's sunny, whatever it is, you will go out, buy the medicine and get back and give the medicine. See the difference. Now in the first instance, because you did not have any reason to go out, you were not willing to face the challenges, you were not willing to face the problems because you did not have anything to move out. You did not have any reason to go out. But the moment you got a reason, the moment you got a goal for yourself that you need to go buy the medicine and get your friend or your family something, you will go out irrespective of the same set of challenges and problems that were there. And this time you moved out and you got it for them. This is what happens. This is what having a goal does. This is what writing the goal does. Just having is not sufficient. Just having it somewhere in our mind is not important. It is also important at the same time to write those goals, because once you write them, once you put them on paper, you remember them. And it's not important, it's not that you write only your goals only on the 1st of January or in the first week of January and then you forget it. No, you have to write it every single day. And if possible, once in the morning, once in the evening, and if needed, repeat it more times. The more the number of times you write it, the more closer you would reach to your goal. I have a proof of that. Yes. Okay, tell me one thing. Businesses or you, whether you are running a business or it's about your life, what is better, competing or dominating? Or how do you compete and how do you dominate? Everybody would choose, or everybody would want to dominate. Whether in business or in personal life, I would love dominating. I would love others to follow me. And how can I dominate? How can I dominate? I can only dominate when I have my goals in front of me and I am running to get those goals. But I am competing because I do not have my goals. I'm actually competing with somebody else who has the goals and he is running to achieve his goal and I'm just following him. That is what competition is. That is what we do when we do not have our own set of goals and we compete with others in achieving what they want to achieve. But you dominate when you have your own goals. You dominate when you know where you want to reach, irrespective of where your competitor wants to reach. So that is how important having a goal is. Okay, tell me one thing. If you write a letter, put it in the post box, will it reach somewhere? If anywhere, if you do not put address on it, it would not even come back to you. So without an address, the letter would not reach anywhere. Without the goal written, you will not reach anywhere. What would the footballer do in the field if he does not have a goal to do? He would just keep running everywhere. What would the basketball player do if he does not have a basket to basket? What would a cricket player do if he does not have a boundary line to send the ball across? What would anyone do if they do not know what they are doing for? It would become useless, it becomes senseless, and that is how exactly we have been living our life. Useless, senseless, goalless. With nothing in our vision, with nowhere to reach, we just keep running. We are just running from morning to evening. We are just doing something or the other, but not doing anything to reach somewhere. Like the game Temple Run that we must have played. You have seen that man just running and running and running and running, not reaching anywhere. No matter how much of problems he faced, no matter how many challenges he faced, but he does not reach anywhere. And when you do not have to reach anywhere, no matter how much of hard work you do, no matter how much of problems you face, you would never reach anywhere. You would never reach anywhere. And that is the difference. That is the difference between, have you seen a poor man lifting all those bricks? He's doing a lot of hard work. He is doing a lot of hard work, lifting all those bricks from the bottom to the top, all on his shoulders and on his head. He's doing a lot of hard work. But there's no such goal in his life. And that is what makes him what he is today and will make you where you are today. Having a goal is that important. We chase only when we have a goal. We run only when we know we have to reach to the line before anybody else reaches. Else, running does not count. Running does not matter. Running is useless if you do not have to reach anywhere. People won't do anything if you don't ask them to do anything. You won't do anything until and unless you ask yourself to do something. We won't do anything. And when we write a goal, we actually see something in person that there is, okay, this is what I want to achieve. And when we see something written in front of ourselves, we at the same time also visualize it. And when we visualize our goal, let's say I want to buy a luxury car or a private jet or a big house, or I want to have a real estate portfolio, or I want to be, whatever my goal is, if I write it, I also visualize it. And when I start visualizing it, things start turning into reality. When your goal was only in your thought, it gets lost from your thought. But the moment your thoughts come in your paper starts getting visualized, and with visualization comes the vibrations, and with vibrations, these vibrations turn into matter, turn into objects. We have learned about science. Everything is energy around us. Something being in gaseous state, something being in liquid state, something being in solid state. Everything is about energy and the vibrations. The speed with which the neurons and the electrons and the positive, I do not know a lot of science, but yeah, with the speed with which these particles are vibrating, that makes them the state that they are in. So everything is about vibrations. From visualization to vibration, and from vibration, from a very cloudy, some thought that we had, that has been brought into paper and then visualized, and now that has to turn into reality. This is what goal setting does. It is the stepping stone. It is the first step that you take towards achieving or reaching your goal. If you do not take the first step, you cannot get on to the second, third and the fourth one. This is the first step that everybody has to take before you want to achieve or reach to your goal. Without taking this very first step of writing your goals in the paper, I would say this is the first step. This is not the only step that we need to take to reach to our goal, but this is the first and the most important step. That you start writing your long-term goals, short-term goals, medium-term goals, and you do it every day. You do not do it once a year. This is most important. Most of us forget about our goals We write it at the start of the year and then we forget it throughout the year. So you do it every single day. It won't take more than a few minutes. Once you are into the practice of doing it, it won't take more than a few minutes writing your list of goals. It won't be a lot of things. It won't be a lot of things. You would hardly take about 2 or 3 minutes. But when you take out those 2 or 3 minutes into writing the goal, you think of those things. You visualize those things. And when you visualize and when you think, you actually work on achieving those. You actually work on getting those. You would never sit down back. If you want to build those six-pack abs and you write it every single day that you want to achieve those six-pack abs, you want to get those six-pack abs, you want to get healthy, you want to get better, you work on it every single day. But if you write it on the 1st of January and then you forget it, your mind forgets it, your body forgets it, and you get into that bad habit that you were always into. So that was about goal setting. And if you have any questions about goal setting, how to set goals, why to go set goals, why is it important to set goals, feel free to reach back to me and I will be helping you with your questions and your queries. Until then, have a great day from me, Sawan Kumar, and see you in the next video. Until then, have a good day. Bye-bye.